Hello, my name is Lance Winslow, and I am the author of How to Start a Boat Detailing Business and How to Start a Boat Cleaning Business. Depends on where you buy the book, what the title is. If you're at barnesandnoble.com, it's one thing. If you're at Amazon Kindle, it's another. Um, now then, I started out in the aircraft washing business, and because there weren't enough airplanes at the airport, we started washing other things, and we ended up at the marina washing boats and doing all sorts of services there. Um, now then, before you get into this business, I'd like to give you some pointers, some things I've learned talking to various business consultants over the years, and even the SBDC and the Small Business Administration has groups that they work with who help people decide if they should go into business or not. And the first thing they always tell you is um, make sure that you know what you're getting into because most businesses fail. That doesn't mean you're going to fail. It doesn't mean that any particular business is going to fail. It's just the failure rate is very high. It's very expensive to get into business, and you never know if you're going to make any money. A lot of people end up poor. So you need to do a little self-assessment. You need to be good at rejection, at least in the beginning, because a lot of people aren't going to want you to clean their boats. If you have a large following, or you have friends that are at the marina, or you have lots of good references, that helps. It still takes a while to get it going. Another problem you're going to find right away is that it's not always easy to collect the money or to get the business or schedule the appointments, and you might go days without work, and then all of a sudden you're very busy, and then you don't have work again. Or there's the weather issues where it's cold, or it's too hot, or you can't get your labor, or there's just something going on which makes it impossible for you to work that day. Um, I'm, I think the biggest issue really is what's inside your head. I mean, do you really want to do this? If you love the water, if you love sailing, if you love boats, um, then you think that this would be a good business for you. But it turns out that sometimes our favorite hobbies become utterly destroyed when we make them into a business. It doesn't seem like it should be that way, but it really is. What was once fun to go down and hang out and go boating or yachting or sailing on the weekends and brought you great joy, it just isn't the same when you're on someone else's boat and you're getting there and down there and cleaning it. It's not fun anymore. It's that fun of going out to the marina and enjoying the day is now work. And so you have to be able to understand that that's going to happen to you and separate that out. Now, making money is a very good thing. So when you get paid and you look back and you did a great job, you have all that feeling of, wow, look what I did. Look at the great work that we did and how we made this boat look beautiful and how happy the owner is. And it's a real sense of pride and accomplishment, and as well it should be. And the money's great, but it's hard work. It's long hours. It isn't. It's something you end up taking home with you at the end of the day. You're still thinking about the job you did and the next job coming up, and it's always on your mind. It's not that you can just sit down and have a beer or go out with your friends and just relax. You're thinking about your business all the time. And so some people shouldn't be in business. Some people should just punch a time clock, do the 9 to 5 thing, get their money, go enjoy their life. Um, so I don't know. Those are some of the things that you need to think about from an emotional standpoint because it's real. And then you got to figure out, how much money are you going to invest? If you're going to invest a whole bunch of money, where are you getting the money? And are you going to be able to pay that money back to yourself if you borrow it from your bank account or from a friend or from your folks? Or let's say that you do a little crowdfunding and you get a whole bunch of people together, or you find an investor or a business partner and you go in together on the business. Partnerships aren't always so good. One person may work a little harder and have a little animosity for the other person that didn't work as hard, or didn't show up in time, or didn't take it as seriously, or complained that they weren't having a life and they needed to do that first. And some things are more important than just work. And well, that may be well and good, and it is true, but the customer is always right. When the customer wants service, and people that have boats and inexpensive yachts, they want it now, and they have the money and they're paying you, so they own you and your services during that time. It's a different way of thinking. It's a service business, it has to be total service. You have to be always thinking about that. If you're not good at taking directions or taking complaints or letting people, have at it when they're upset at something or take something out on you, and you can't diffuse those situations or deal with hard to deal with people, maybe this isn't the business for you. Now, don't get me wrong, boat people and people down at the marina are some of the nicest people uh, that are around, and they're just great to work around and fun folks. And if you're even thinking of going into business, you probably already know that because you probably are one. So that's all good. There will be competition too when you get down there. So don't think that just because you don't see anybody out there cleaning boats that you're going to have this business where you'll have no competition, because there will be competition. So why not think about those things? When you own your own business, you're not just the president of the company. You're the deck scrubber and the toilet washer. I mean, you're doing it all. So you can't just think that you're going to own your own business and you're going to get rich, because it could take you quite a while to develop regular clientele and get the kind of referrals and the kind of jobs that really make the big bucks that you're probably looking for, that will help you live a comfortable lifestyle. So in some days, you may be working 10 hours, 10 hours. You may be working 15 hours. You may get up at the crack of dawn and try to fit 2 jobs in the same day. Do 2 full details with a small crew, and next thing you know, you're burning the midnight candle. I mean, seriously, some of these days can last 17, 18 hours. I've done it before. 10 hours is not unacceptable for a boat cleaner these days, especially on the weekends when everybody wants you all the same time. You almost can't fit it all in. So you need to decide: is this going to be your American dream, or is it going to turn into your American nightmare? And are you prepared to go the distance, to do whatever it takes, no matter what, so help you God, to get it done? You got to look inside yourself and say, hey, look, is this really what I'm about? Can I really achieve this? Do I really want this? And well, it's like Sun Tzu said: you have to know thyself and know your enemy, and in 100 battles you will prevail. The enemy is all the hardships along the way. It's going to occur. Events occur. It happens. It's Murphyism. Things are going to go wrong, but you got to battle through it. And if you're not up to it, you shouldn't be running that marathon, because that's what this is. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you're going to start a business like this, it's all about service, and it's all about longevity, and you have to build up your reputation. It doesn't happen overnight. So I want you to think good and hard about that. And if you'd like, don't forget to buy my book, How to Start a Boat Cleaning Business. And if you ever do actually get into the business, and after you go through all this planning stuff, which is what my book's about, then I do have another book called The Boat Tea Killing Manual. It's a comprehensive guide to washing, waxing, cleaning, polishing, detailing, coating, and treating boats, yachts, decks, and docks. And I had fun writing it. It's about 20 years worth of experience of how to actually do the physical work and how to make everything come out right, and what materials and products to use which have the best results. And I don't sell anything, so this is just from my own experience, what I believe worked best for me, and what I think you should do, at least until you get the hang of it and you find your own little methodologies and strategies doing it your way. Because that's what small business is. You get to do everything your way, right or wrong, and for good or bad. So good luck. Thank you for your time.